You wake up one day and realize something feels heavy. Not physically, mentally. Old memories, regrets, people who left, things that didn't work out. This book starts with a simple but uncomfortable truth. Most of our suffering is not caused by what happened. It's caused by our refusal to let it go. The book The Art of Letting Go opens by explaining how humans are wired to hold on. We cling to people, outcomes, identities, and pain because holding on feels like control. But the book makes it clear early. Holding on is not strength. It's fear wearing a strong mask. The author explains that letting go does not mean forgetting, forgiving instantly, or pretending nothing hurt. Letting go means accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it had been. Pain becomes suffering only when we keep replaying it in our mind. One powerful idea the book introduces is this: you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control what you carry forward. The book talks about emotional baggage. Every unresolved emotion, anger, guilt, shame, resentment, becomes weight. And over time, that weight decides how you react, how you love, how you trust. Then the book moves into attachment. We don't just get attached to people. We get attached to versions of people, to expectations, to imagined futures. The problem isn't losing someone. The problem is refusing to release the story we built around them. The author explains that most heartbreaks hurt because we grieve twice, once for the person and once for the future we imagine with them. Letting go begins when you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" The book then talks about resistance. What you resist persists. The more you fight reality, the longer pain stays. Instead of pushing emotions away, the book encourages sitting with them. Feel them fully. Name them. Understand them. Because emotions don't disappear by ignoring them. They disappear by being processed. A major section of the book focuses on control. The author says most anxiety comes from trying to control outcomes. People want guarantees. Guarantees of love, success, respect, loyalty. But life offers none. The book says peace begins when you accept uncertainty. When you stop forcing life to behave the way you want. Letting go means releasing the illusion that you are supposed to have everything figured out. Another important idea is identity. We hold on to old versions of ourselves. The victim, the failure, the person who was wronged. The book reminds us, you are not your past. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to carry forward. Holding on to old identities keeps you stuck. Letting go allows growth. The author also talks about forgiveness, not as something you do for others, but as something you do to free yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was okay. It means you refuse to let their actions control your emotional future. One line that stands out: you don't forgive because they deserve peace. You forgive because you deserve peace. The book then shifts to habits of letting go. It explains that letting go is not a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. You let go every time you stop replaying the same thought. You let go every time you choose silence over reaction. You let go every time you accept what you cannot change. The author suggests creating space. Space between trigger and response. Because in that space lies freedom. Another key message is about endings. Some relationships don't end because of hatred. They end because growth requires separation. The book says, not everyone you meet is meant to stay forever. Some people are lessons, not lifetimes. Holding on to expired connections blocks new beginnings. As the book moves toward the end, it talks about trust, trusting yourself, trusting timing, trusting that letting go creates room for better things. Letting go doesn't empty your life. It makes space. The final chapters focus on peace. Real peace doesn't come from fixing everything. It comes from accepting what is. The book ends with a reminder. You don't heal by going back. You heal by moving forward lighter. Letting go is not weakness. It's courage. It's choosing peace over ego, growth over comfort, freedom over familiarity. And the book closes with this idea. Life gets easier when you stop gripping so tightly. When you release what no longer serves you, you finally make room for what does.